know where we're hiding, but we're live somewhere. Live from New York. There we are. See, just a little bit of a delay. See? Tech man. You're
Videotape.
You be
actually
responsible.
Using scissors
Mm-hmm.
and clear tape to put it back together again. That's my technique. Analog, not digital.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm an analog guy in a digital world. I think somebody's already used that.
I have no idea. I'm still trying to get our clock up. So we're a little bit behind today. And by we, I mean me. Because it's all my fault. See, you got it on video.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about 9,000 degrees in this room right now. For anybody who cares. Wrong clock. I can't find it. Do you remember what we called it?
Yeah, it's called Welcome to He Said.
She Said.
Gosh almighty. And that's your minute and 25 intro right there.
Well, just keep talking.
What's your question this week? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
That's it? You just jumping right in?
Yes.
Why?
Because that was the minute, and we're at 2 minutes right now.
Well, then wish us luck. First time it was without a clock. Second time, well, no, without a script.
Yeah.
This time it's without a clock. Because he won't let me find it. So there you go. You're first. No, that's right. I'm first this time.
Yep.
Yep, I'm first. So we have been talking a lot. I have been talking a lot. Shut up. Nobody asked.
Say.
Nobody asked you. About living differently. And I just finished posting about the George Costanza way of doing business.
Mm-hmm.
And I also shared that
It works.
that I just figured out today that I am an unscheduled person.
You just figured that out?
I just figured that out. I was very excited to figure that out.
I've told you for years that I need a structure. I need a schedule. I don't know how to function outside of it.
Well, I mean, I get up and I make a plan, but I live...
You get up and make a plan.
I do. I get up and make a plan.
That's not scheduling.
But I live in such a fluctuating environment between when I was homeschooling the boys and now we're helping with my dad and all this. And so, that being said, now that I know I'm an unscheduler, and now that I know that we're going to do it the George Costanza way of doing it, I want to know, what is your perfect day? And you can't use April 27th.
Right. It's not too hot, not too cold. You just need a light jacket.
But what does your perfect day look like? What would it entail? What would you be doing if it was your perfect day?
What, outside of being high at the mountains or drunk at the beach?
That would not be your perfect day. That would have been your perfect day. It would not be your perfect day.
Right. Getting to sleep late? I mean, am I going on the track that you're looking for?
I don't have a track.
I know you're an unscheduler. That's why I can't. God has got a sense of humor. Opposites attract. And wow.
Right. Mary's wrong.
Structured. Unstructured.
Overstructured.
No, that's structure. I've relaxed in the years that we've been together. Perfect day.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to sleep in beyond 6 o'clock so I don't have to get up and go walk the dog, even though I would still be asleep for 2 more hours. Doing what I would like to be doing, and that's going to lead into my question. I like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what a perfect day is. I mean, there's no such thing as perfection here on this earth. I got nothing.
I beg
Go
to
ahead,
differ.
and maybe I
beg
can.
to differ.
Maybe I can bounce off you.
Okay, so my perfect day would involve going to an event, preferably an event that is structured exactly the way I want it. So that it's all about engaging and building relationships and helping each other, not just about one person standing up and telling everybody else what to do with their lives. So it would be an all-day event, and I would meet new people, and I would help people, and people would help me, and then I would come home, take a hot bath, go to sleep, and do it again the next day.
That's it.
That would be perfect for me. I love days like that. When we went and spoke to the librarians on the Librarians Day of Learning, I was in hog heaven. I loved it. I loved it. When I get to do word camps, that's a whole weekend of my perfect days. Now, of course, word camp is a little bit different because word camp has the most awesome people in the world.
Okay.
But I like being around people and engaging people, and basically it comes down to I like to encourage. I think I'm pretty darn good at it too.
You are good at encouraging. You are good at encouraging. I'm not good at being encouraged. Not out.
Pokey, pokey.
See, my perfect day is trying to be relaxed. That's why I say there's no such thing as perfection on this earth, because I don't know how to relax.
Pokey,
That's it.
pokey.
Yes.
Doesn't that help you relax?
No. I'm even more uptight than I was when we sat down here and I faked my smile.
And meanwhile, all the joy is just flowing off of me.
Yeah, it's just getting sucked right out of the room, as it ain't going in me.
Well, it's been a rough day, so it kind of surprised me when you were like, "We've got to go on. We've got to do the show."
Yes, we've started this before. I'm not going to not do it this time.
Well, that's what I need, is somebody to hold me accountable.
What would I like to do? What I like to do
Yeah.
is gonna lead into my question later, and it's I don't want to mess that up.
Okay. Well, you want to do
but
an ad and then come back?
No, I don't want to do an ad yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had a perfect day outside of being in a self-induced semi-coma. I mean, and that doesn't count.
And that wasn't a perfect day.
No,
It was
that's why I'm saying that.
It was a forgotten day.
Yeah.
So.
It was a completely selfish day. And those don't count anymore. So let's go to an ad because we're at 8 minutes. Being normal is overrated. Our purpose at Peculiar Productions, we believe it all starts by putting God first in our life and in your day. We believe God designed you for a unique place in His purpose and plan. We believe you love God first, and then through His love, you love others. It's just that simple. We help you live your peculiar life. When you uncover your peculiar uniquenesses and begin living in a bold purpose, your whole world changes. So check us out at www.pqproductions, PECUPRODUCTIONS.com.
And you know what's great about that?
No, but you're going to tell me.
That's right, because you need to know. Because when you live your peculiar life, not only does your world change, but you change the world.
Mm-hmm.
How awesome is that?
Mm-hmm.
So when you do what you're designed to do, you change the world.
Right. Okay.
So what is your question?
My question is, if money wasn't an issue, what would you do?
You get to go first.
I get to go first.
You get to go first because I went first last time.
Well, it goes along with that perfect day. I really don't know. I still don't know. I don't know how to get past if money wasn't an issue, because my whole life, until I got married, There was never a money issue. We
Hey,
weren't,
wait a minute.
we weren't rich. No, it's my answer. It's my turn. We weren't rich, but we weren't hurting either. My mom and dad had already, they were 36 and 31 when they adopted me. So they had already gotten through the rough times. They have no money, they're renting, they are buying on credit, those kind of things. They were already done with all that. Unfortunately, their mindset was, we're going to save up all of our money. We only go on a vacation once a year, and we leave Friday morning and we come back Sunday morning.
Which you says is not a vacation.
It is a vacation, but it's only once a year, and you go deep sea fishing on Saturday all day long.
Which is definitely not a vacation for you.
No, because the 2 times I went with them, I threw up the whole time on the boat. The whole time. All day long. And because they were saving all their money up to retire. Okay?
Okay. Wait a minute. Can I ask you a question?
Maybe.
Why do we retire?
We don't have time for that right now. That'll be another day.
Somebody write that down. They saved up to retire.
Yes. After they retired, then they were going to go enjoy their life. Okay? Unfortunately, Mom got cancer. 2 years later, she was cancer-free. 2 months later, she died from pneumonia. They went down the Natchez Trace part of the way once. That was it.
So instead of enjoying the journey, which we talked about last week, they were preparing to live after
they retired. That's right. So they never got to enjoy themselves. But there was never a money issue. After we got married, after the first 2 years, there was always a money issue. Always. We never made enough money to be able to pay our bills and save. As far as I understood it, we never made enough money to pay our bills. So there was always, we were always in debt. We were always in debt. We were always in debt. So I can't get past that. I told her I was going to say this because I don't have an answer. You need to know that we don't have answers to everything. I don't know. I thought that I would get a job and keep that job till I got a better job. We talked about that. That's my mom and dad's mindset. Then
you married me.
Then I got involved with theater after you made me go away.
Hey, wait a minute.
No, then I got involved with theater, and I really liked it, and I seemed to be really good at it, and I came out of the shell that was self-imposed because everybody is mean-spirited and hurtful. And I did that, and I got my bachelor's degree, and I got a teacher certification, and I thought I'm going to go do theater. And I tried out at Southeastern Theater Conference for summer stock, and I got nothing, no tryout, no summer stock. And then a few years after we got married, I went and tried out for
Bobby.
No.
Oh. Hey, you don't yell at me.
Get off your phone.
You're
distracting me. You're distracting me.
I'm trying to
Quit.
see if there are people watching us.
Well, how you doing?
See, you messed it up.
I didn't mess anything up.
Where'd we go?
I don't know. Don't do that.
I don't know where we are. Just keep talking.
And there's a dragon on the screen.
There he is. I don't know if we're video anymore. Damn it.
And this is why I get like this.
Hopefully we're not live still. We are. Uh-oh. Sorry! Okay. I told him to keep talking. He didn't keep talking. Blame him.
Oh, that's just as good an excuse as any, right there. It's just defeating.
The fact that the video went away, even though the video wasn't away.
No, it's the fact that, what is my perfect day? I don't know. What would I do if money wasn't an issue? I have no idea. How do I go on with that? What's your answer?
So
Bright and bubbly?
Hey, this is really the perfect time, in my opinion, for you to ask this question, because with the lottery at whatever the lottery is at right now,
Almost $800 million.
I think it's 800. It was 810 when I checked it earlier. So it's probably more than that. And I sat down and I figured out if we won the lottery, even though we're not playing the lottery, if we won the lottery, and you had to give half of it to the government because the government's going to take their cut, then you would still have a lot of money. And if you took 10% and you just went wild and you spent 10%, going off the whole Richard Pryor movie. Remember that one? Where you had to spend so much of the money in order
Brewster's
to...
Millions.
There you go. Thank you. Anyway.
See? Useless information.
Not useless. Everybody else now knows.
Well,
It's
they
very
know.
important.
Did that bring any money in for me? No.
But and therein is the catch. Over the last several weeks, I've mentioned to you about the Savannah Bananas and what they are, and I don't know why Facebook keeps leaving, but I'm just going to ignore it, and we're going to keep going. So they...
I got no clock now.
They don't worry about... I mean, they have to plan for the money because they're a business, but their focus is on people. And so over the last 48 hours, that has just kind of been my mindset, as I am just going to figure out a way to be relentlessly helpful, whether you want me to or not.
I know. You've been relentlessly helpful since, what, the 90s?
So, well, I was relentlessly helpful in the 80s. You just ignored me.
I mean in an online presence. I mean exactly what I said.
I really started
an online presence.
in 2005. 2013, people started pushing me to think
You were
about...
writing online in the 90s?
Started writing in 2005. Professionally, yes. 2005.
Okay.
So, anywho, people pushed me to think about... I'm an encourager. I already said that. I'm an encourager. That is what I love to do. I love to speak to groups about being encouraged, built...
It's hot.
Yes, it is. Being encouraged, no matter what's going on around you, and finding a positive way through the situation, no matter who's around you, and just to keep on keeping on because you can, and when you do, you get there. And I love speaking about that. It goes back to my perfect day. So I decided that I'm just going to keep acting like money doesn't matter, because God has always shown up for us in the past, and I believe He's going to continue to show up for us. And that's...
I'm in agreement with you.
That's how I'm going. I am taking each day believing that God is going to provide.
Okay.
And that is what I'm going to do. So what I would do if money wasn't an issue, I would be...
Well, so money's not an issue for you.
Exactly. Not anymore.
I don't know of a time that it ever was an issue for you.
It's always been an issue for me. I just never told you about it, because if I told you about it, you would get more stressed. If you get more stressed, I get more stressed. And then it actually shows, and it's not pretty for anybody if I get stressed.
Yeah. Okay.
So I try not to get stressed and just absorb your stress. Going back to me being a lightning rod.
Yep.
So that would
You're going to have to work on that a little more.
Me being a lightning rod?
No, you've taking up my stress at this point.
I don't want your stress anymore. I'm
I
working
don't
really
want
hard.
it either.
I'm working really hard not to absorb your stress.
I don't want it either.
So once we get to that place where the what ifs aren't driving the bus, it becomes a lot easier to dream. And once we can dream, we can live in that unique place that we are. And once we can live in that unique place that we are, the rest of it falls into place.
I understand all of those concepts. I understand that I have a day that I could come up with that would be perfect. I could come up with what I would do without money if it wasn't an issue. God is our provision. I haven't made it past the point of debt, no income.
Right.
I have no idea what is paid and is not paid, and I don't know how to get out of that. I really don't. Just for those, you're not alone if you're going, I don't know what I would do if money wasn't an issue, because money has never
Not been an issue.
not been an issue.
That's fair enough.
You just need to know that. I've talked about that before. We had a men's Bible study on Thursdays years ago, and one of the things was that I learned that you need to share the good and the bad, because the good helps encourage people, and the bad lets people know, one, they're not alone if they're going through an issue, and if they aren't or haven't, that they are prepared for it better down the road.
For when they do face something.
If I'm not going to impose it on anyone, it's if they ever come into an issue like that.
Well, the thing that we have to remember, though, is that the issue that you struggle with, your answer may be somebody else's answer in a completely different situation. Because
right.
Even if we're going through the same exact situation, it's going to be different for each of us.
Because it's individualized. We all have an individual plan and purpose for our lives.
Exactly.
And we're supposed to find out what those are.
Yep.
And the first one is love God and love others. That was broken down from hundreds of rules and regulations in the Mosaic.
Are you mad at me? You've turned away from me. Thank you.
Because it's freaking hot in here. In the Abrahamic covenant, down to 10 in the Mosaic covenant, and then down to 2 in the new covenant, because when they tried to trick him, Jesus said that the most important is to love the Lord your God, and the other one after it is to love others, basically. So we're supposed to love God and love others, and that's how we love ourselves. I don't know what that has to do with money.
It doesn't have anything to do with money.
But
you know
this
why?
world operates based on money.
But
and if you don't have any money, you're living under a overpass out in California somewhere, or Birmingham, or Huntsville, or maybe even lay around the lake somewhere.
Around the lake? Okay. I mean, you always wanted a house on the lake.
Yeah, but they don't have a house. They live under a rock or under one of the bridges on the causeways.
Okay, so here is how you turn that into a positive spin. I'm going to get there. Once you get to that place where, what if everything was gone? What's the worst case scenario?
What? Well, surprise. Easter of 2020, hey, everything was gone.
But what is, if we hadn't, if going past the tornado, if everything was just all of a sudden we didn't have anything, what's the worst case scenario?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't have a clue.
We are physically capable of camping by the creek if we had to. You wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
Because if it's hot here, it'd be really hot there. But my point is, it's never as bad as we think it is. We have friends and family that would support us and love us if something like that did occur. And the church,
a few.
some of the church would step up. So what we
Yep.
have to do is not focus on, we have to let it go. Just let it go.
Well, look,
Because he didn't
the
say.
only time we can do anything about it is right here and right now.
Exactly. So,
I can plan my great day and I can try to figure out what I do without money, but I mean, that's the future. The future isn't here yet. The past is gone. All I can do is something about right here and right now.
so if you're.
Right here and right now, my shin hurts and it's hot in here.
Yes, it is. So if you are focused on love God, love others,
Yeah.
and you just focus on that,
Mm-hmm.
well, then you can't be sour. Can't. Love can't be sour. So if you're sour, if you're struggling, it's because you've skewed out of love God, love others. So if you are struggling right now, whether you're sitting next to me or you're listening, the truth is, if you are struggling right now, love is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And reach out to us, holler at us, and we will. I
And
will
for those
encourage
out there
you.
that says that's crazy talk, yeah, it is crazy
It is
talk.
crazy talk, but we're flipping the
She's
world upside
defeated
down.
the world. I'm still. It's got a hold of me, and I can't seem to break away from it.
Still living
So
in a van
don't
beside the river.
don't think. No, I've said many times before. When you live here in Gunnersville, living in a van down by the river, as long as it's walking distance from the liquor store,
Stop it.
not a big deal.
He's a much better man than he appears to be.
She has high expectations for me.
I know your heart.
That's why it hurts so bad.
On that positive note,
Check out Catherine C. Lang's first finished trilogy, Mystery Rock, Secret of the Mounds, Shadow in the Cave. It's all started with a competition that she won, Southeastern Literature and Tourism Initiative. The places, the events are a major part of the stories.
and
Go visit them.
we took vacations there.
All right.
You can find the books over at catherinelang.com or
Mhm.
on Amazon, and that's
And
gonna be.
If you want to, you can go through PQ Productions and it'll jet you over to Catherine Lang and get taken care of.
Yeah. Speaking of CatherineLang.com, I built a store this week, so you can go over check out some PQ products, including T-shirts and mugs and hoodies. Would love to get your thoughts on it. We've got some Born to Be Peculiar T-shirts
Yep.
and some Growing Hope T-shirts and some Be Beautiful. Beautiful. So until next time,
I'm Keith Lang,
I'm Kathy Lang.
and
And-
this is He Said.
She said. Y'all have a great night.